video is a little bit different. This has been an incredibly busy weekend, so I haven't really had time to come up with a new idea for something. So basically this weekend started with a potluck of my Viking group on Saturday, where we basically all got together in somebody's backyard, had some amazing food, some great discussion, and we fought a little bit and sat around a campfire. So that was pretty good. A lot was discussed, a lot was practiced for the next day, which was the 17th of May, or the Norwegian Constitution Day. We went to Dufferin Grove Park in Toronto and hung out with all the wonderful people in the Norwegian Club in Toronto, as well as just the general Norwegian community, which was a lot of fun. We did a fight show for them and talked to a lot of them about Viking history and everything, and it was great to be able to make their cultural heritage come alive for them. So that was a lot of fun. As well, there was a Ukrainian wedding in the park that actually made international news, and that was just something entirely awesome. So Saturday was amazing as well, or Sunday was amazing as well, and then yesterday was Victoria Day here in Canada, where my girlfriend and I spent the evening with a couple of our good friends, and we went and saw the fireworks down in the beaches here in Toronto. So busy weekend. So right now I'm just getting caught up on a couple of projects, just doing some repairs and everything on some of my garb, bringing it up to a standard that I'm actually content with. The wool kirtle that I have is based on the skilled hem tunic, which has a different neckline than a typical Viking tunic. So I have decided to basically update my under kirtle to go with that, or my under tunic to go with that, and it also just needs some general repairs because it's got a few areas where there's missed stitches and stuff that just need to be fixed. Because I think the sewing machine that I used on that didn't really do a very good job. I think it needed some repairs. So that just needs to be fixed up, and I need to put in the addition of the flap that goes over the split on the chest. As well as I'm making another shirt for everyday wear that's based on that same tunic. I thought it'd be kind of fun to have a more modern styled shirt that also had influence from a Viking find, because I'm a little bit tired of wearing t-shirts and I don't really like modern dress shirts, so why not? I have the skills, I have some material to do it. So yeah, and the other thing I have is this Seax. I have to repair the sheath on it, sort of as a courtesy to the person who was kind enough to lend this to me for the Constitution Day show. I would do a review on this, but I don't actually know exactly where it comes from. Somebody said it was a Hanway product, but I'm not too sure, and I can't really find much on it. My opinion of it is that they got in some parangs that were, way too thick. Like, it's about a 1/4 inch at the spine here, and decided that they would just make them blunt, grind some bevels, grind a bevel on it here, grind in a couple fullers, and just put in a little bit of a drop point, or a broken back, and sell it to Viking reenactors as a Seax. It even has, a very standard parang or machete handle on it, which I'm not very impressed with. Plus, it's through tang instead of just basically friction fit into the handle, which I guess makes it safer for reenactment because there's no chance that in a swing the blade will slide out of the handle. But with just a tang, a hidden tang, that can be remedied with just a little pin. And it's also got this little collar, so I'll call it on it, which is obviously not very good. So there won't be a review on this. It's not even worth it. And it's fairly old, so there's no point. It's just kind of fun to play with because it is pretty well balanced for what it is, and it's got quite a bit of heft to it. So you almost feel like you have a sword in your hand, yet it's just an outrageously large knife. So yeah, that's that on this. It's a lot of fun to play with this at the Constitution Day. I think my next video is actually going to be just me updating these. I change the design of my gauntlets every once in a while to see what suits me. This pad here is good, but I would like to have something that was held in a little further, and I just have to kind of figure out what I want to do before I can really make a video on it. And if anybody's making gauntlets even similar to these, I would recommend making the ends long enough that you can actually form them around the tip of your finger, because that actually allows a bit of protection for the tips of your fingers that you wouldn't normally get with something like this. It's not too bad with reenactment combat, but if you're doing anything that's at all harder contact, or there's any kind of higher risk of getting hit in the fingers, I would recommend wrapping the ends. That way at least you don't get hit the tip of the finger and break the little bone off there, or lose a fingernail. Yeah, and there's just a lot of repair work that needs to be done on these two. But I just have to figure out over the next couple days what I'm going to do with these, and then I believe that will be the next video. So beyond that, it's just getting caught up on stuff. So I hope you enjoyed watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I always like to hear from you guys, so thank you very much. Also, I apologize for the background noise. There is a garbage truck outside that just keeps revving its engine, even though it's parked in the same position.